You guys have done a wonderful job in this unit. We are already on our last learning target, which will be solving multi-step equations, but now we're going to have variables on both sides of the equation. So similar steps to our last learning target. We're going to start by getting rid of those parentheses, if we have any. We'll combine like terms. Then we had the step of solving, but we're going to add one more step in here now, as we have variables on both sides. We're going to get the variables together. So this number 3 is kind of our new step as we look at what we were working on last week. So this very first one here, letter A, we have 8x plus 10 equals 2x minus 8. So the first step here was getting rid of the parentheses, which I don't see any. And then we're going to combine like terms, which again, I don't see any on each side. So now what we want to do is get our variables together on one side of the equation. So I have 8x's and 2x's. I typically like to move the smaller variable, which makes us deal with positive numbers rather than negative numbers. So I have 8x's and I have 2x's. These are a positive 2x. So to get rid of or move a positive 2x, I'm going to minus 2x from both sides. So 8x take away 2x's is 6x plus 10. 2x take away 2x goes away, and I'm left with negative 8 here. Now we're trying to get x by itself, so now we're kind of back to what we've been doing. To get rid of plus 10, let's minus 10 on both sides, leaving us with 6x equals negative 18. To get rid of times 6, we'll divide by 6, and we'll come out with x equals negative 3. Now, as always, we can check this by plugging this back in to our original equation. So we have 8x, we think x is negative 3, plus 10, equals 2, we think x is negative 3, minus 8. So we'll start by multiplying. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Negative 24, get 10 bigger, is negative 14. Negative 6, get 8 smaller, is negative 14. So this is true. X equals negative 3 is our answer. All right, letter B. So again, our first step as we look at this problem is getting rid of parentheses, which we don't have any, combining like terms, which we also don't have any. So now we're going to take a look here, and we want to move our x's to get our x's on the same side. So I have negative 2x and positive 5x. I can move either, but I typically like to move the smaller variables. So I'm going to get rid of this minus 2x by adding 2x to the other side. So minus 2x and plus 2x go away, leaving us with 3. 17 plus 5x plus 2x is 7x. Now we're going to go ahead, we're trying to get x by itself, so I'm going to get rid of plus 17 by minusing 17 from both sides. 3 take away 17 is negative 14. To get rid of times 7, let's divide by 7. And we'll come out with x equals negative 2 for this one. And a quick check, we'll plug this back in. Negative 2 times negative 2 plus 3 equals 17 plus 5 times negative 2. So plugging in negative 2 for x in the original equation. Here's what we get over here. Here's what we get on this side. Oops, this will be a positive 4 because we have 2 negatives. So we get 7 equals 7, which is true. All right, letter C. No parentheses to get rid of, no like terms to combine, so let's get these x's together. This is my smaller, negative 4 compared to 10. Negative 4 is smaller, so I'm going to move a negative 4x by adding 4x to both sides. 10x plus 4x is 14x. Negative 4x and positive 4x went away, leaving us with 40. To get rid of minus 2, let's plus 2. Now we have 14x equals 42. To get rid of times 14, let's divide by 14. And we'll come out with x equals 3. We'll check this really quick. 10 times 3 minus 2. Plugging in on the other side as well. 10 times 3 is 30, take away 2. Negative 12 plus 40. 30 take away 2 is 28. 40 plus negative 12 is also 28. So this is correct. Great job, you guys. Let's move on to a bit trickier problems here. All right, letter D. Okay, so this first one here, no parentheses to get rid of. So this one's a little bit different because we can combine like terms on this one before we start. So we have 50 plus 10, which gives us 60. So this stays the same. Okay, now we want to get our x's together. So I see a negative 34x and a positive 6x. Negative 34 is my smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and move the negative 34x by adding 34x to both sides. Negative 34x and positive 34x go away. To get rid of plus 60, we'll minus 60. Giving us negative 40 equals 40x. To get rid of times 40, we'll divide by 40. X equals negative 1 on this one. And again, we could check this. I'm going to skip the check here. If you're struggling with the check, please reach out to me and we can go through the check together. But plugging negative 1 back into the problem and making sure that this is correct. All right, letter E. Letter E, we have a number of things we can combine. On the left-hand side, we've got 3 and negative 15, which is going to give us negative 12. And on the right-hand side, we have 2 plus 1, which gives us 3. So we'll start by getting our x's together. We have a plus 3x and a plus 6x. I'm going to go ahead and move the plus 3x by doing the opposite. So now we have plus 3x and negative 3x go away, leaving us with negative 12. 3 plus 6x's take away 3x's is 3x. Now we'll get rid of plus 3 by minusing 3. Negative 12 take away 3 is negative 15. 3 take away 3 goes away, leaving us with 3x. To get rid of times 3, we'll divide by 3, leaving us with x equals negative 5. And again, we could plug that back into check. I'm going to skip that for the sake of the time of this video. All right, last one here on this slide. To combine some like terms, we have a 5 take away 10, which is negative 5. 15 plus 30, which is 45. So we'll get our x's together. We have a plus 2x and a plus 12x. Let's get rid of the plus 2x by minusing 2x from both sides. That'll leave us with negative 5 equals 10x plus 45. Now we're trying to get x by itself, so let's get rid of the plus 45 by minusing 45. So now we have negative 50 equals 10x. To get rid of times 10, let's divide by 10. Negative 50 divided by 10 is negative 5, another negative 5. Now notice all of this work that we're showing. Super important to show all these steps, especially as we get to our assessment in this unit, but mostly for the fact that if we don't get the same answer, we can easily go back and find where the mistake was made. All right, last two. These are supposed to be trickier for us now. All right, so letter G, we've got lots of parentheses. We haven't dealt with parentheses yet, so that's going to be the first thing we get rid of by distributing through. So we'll get 4x minus 8, careful with that negative sign in here, and 2x plus 16. Now, no like terms to combine, so we need to get our x's together. We have a positive 4x and a positive 2x. Let's get rid of our positive 2x by subtracting 2x. Again, doesn't matter which one we move. 4x minus 2x is 2x. Over here, we're left with 16. To get rid of minus 8, let's plus 8. So now we have 2x equals 24. To get rid of times 2, we'll divide by 2. And we'll come out with x equals 12. We could check this, but again, we're going to save a little bit of time for us here in this video. All right, letter H, the longest one yet. We've got this. Okay, we'll start by distributing, getting rid of these parentheses. So we have 3x plus 12 plus 4x. I would make this one plus the opposite here on the inside so that we can see we have a negative 2x plus 20. We've got two negatives multiplying here. All right, now let's combine some like terms. We have 3x and 4x, which gives us 7x. And we have 20 and 10, which gives us 30. Now we need to get our variables together. So I have a 7x and a negative 2x. I'm going to move my smaller, which is my negative 2x, by adding 2x to both sides. 7x plus 2x is 9x. And 30 on the other side. To get rid of plus 12, let's minus 12 from both sides, leaving us with 9x equals 18. To get rid of times 9, let's divide by 9. And we're left with x equals 2. Super nice work on this, you guys. These problems are getting really long here, but you guys are doing such great work.